Good morning, welcome back. It's Monday. It's a very wet, stormy, windy day today. Do grab yourselves a cosy drink. Hopefully you are at home. You can settle in and enjoy this very stormy vlog. It's just gone 9 a.m. and it has not stopped raining all day today, although I can see very slight patches of blue sky out of the arch window at the moment, but I don't think it's going to be around very long. The weatherman has said it is going to rain pretty much all day today. So my plans are, let's stay in, let's stay cozy and warm. If the weather does pick up for long enough, I would love to put my raincoat on, my Wellington boots on and just get out there and embrace it. But for now, I am really looking forward to a super cozy day at home. You know it's going to be a cozy hygge day at home if you've lit the candles, popped the radio on, given yourself a lovely coffee, got some biscuits on the go, and that is definitely the sort of day that I'm going to have today. I can really see and hear the wind through the doors. The doors are actually shaking at times in here at the moment. It's one of those days today. Over the weekend, we have really had a lot of stormy weather within England. Actually, in Hertfordshire, where we live, it's not been too bad. We was expecting it to be worse than it was actually, but in some places further up the country and in Scotland and in Ireland, they say that we have been hit with the worst storm in the last 10 years, which is quite remarkable really, and we have been very lucky to escape most of it. Although there is a second storm that's came in last night and it's hitting us today. So I think the idea of staying cozy indoors, getting some jobs done at home, and then maybe venturing out later is probably the plan of the day. How are you? How was your weekend? Have you been affected by the storm? I know that there have been a lot of power cuts, and friends of mine have said that they pretty much had candles on the go, comfort food, and just embraced it indoors. I know that some friends, including one of our lovely subscribers, said that in Scotland, some people had a warning on their phone, a red alert to stay indoors and not leave their homes. So that just goes to show the impact I think, that we had over the weekend. Sitting here right now, we have got some very early morning sunshine just come through. You would have seen how rainy it was just a few moments ago. Honestly, the weather is incredibly strange. I'll try and show you what the weather is like right now, just to give you a sense of how strange the weather is. You can see the sun rising just over the house there. Wow, what a beautiful shot. Honestly, you probably can't see it so much on the screen, but the rain against the window, the sunshine. The sky is still very dark though in places. I think it is just going to be one of those days today where we have very short bursts of sunshine, but mainly rain. If I look out of this kitchen window, I think we're just going to have to accept the day for what it is. I actually quite like very, very rainy days. As long as we are safe and everybody around us is safe, it's one of those days that you just know will come, you know will go, but I like to embrace each type of weather, and rainy days just make me feel very, very cozy. And I always start to think about what can I have for lunch on a very rainy, miserable winter's day, and I've already got an idea for lunch today. I'm on my second or third cup of coffee today. I've been teaching this morning with Family Fun Phonics. I'm just so proud of the children that I work with. Families say that Family Fun Phonics works like magic. There is nothing else like it. Children just progress so quickly. Just incredible. I'm just incredible. Teaching will always stay with me. It's something that's been with me since the age of 17, when I became, well, I actually volunteered first, and I was doing my A-levels, and the head teacher at the school that I was volunteering in said to the secretary at the front office, "Sherry's going to teach here one day." And I did. I became a teaching assistant first of all, so I have done all of the roles in education. After I finished my A-levels, I was a TA, teaching assistant, for, oh gosh, quite a few years. I worked then as an unqualified teacher with the support of the head teacher being the main lead. So although I was the teacher, I had a lot of support, and I was very, very young. We had Ofsted in quite early on, and I got outstanding. So I have worked as an outstanding educator really from such a young age. I have done all of the teaching roles. I've been a TA, I've been a nursery nurse, I've been a teacher, I've been a lead teacher for an age group, early years. I've worked as an assistant head. I covered a headship for a while. I've worked for London local authorities delivering training to the education sector. I can't even believe that I'm saying these things. Then I worked for myself as an early years advisor and trainer. I set up Family Fun Phonics, which is my own business. I often get asked, would I franchise what I do? And the simple answer is no, because it's mine. I am the resource of that business, which does make it quite challenging in the fact that if I'm poorly or if anything was to happen, I am the resource. I just couldn't hand it over to anybody else because it needs to be delivered in my way. So teaching will always stay with me, and I really felt this morning that when I was working with the children, I felt such a sense of pride, and that I knew that they were going into their school day with a real boost of confidence, because Family Fun Phonics is more than just phonics and learning to read and learning to write. It's a whole motivational, inspiring way to start the day. I feel honoured that I can still teach, and I can't see that ever finishing. It's something that I will always do for as long as I can. The day that I qualified as a teacher, I just couldn't believe it, and I still can't believe it to this day. I mean, what is really hard to believe is that I see adults now that I used to teach with their own families, and there have been children of pupils that I have taught. I mean, that is so scary. How can I be that old to teach pupils, children, how to read and write? Oh, scary. How can that be? How have the years gone by so fast? Do you feel like that sometimes? You look back and you think, well, what's happened to the last decade? It is an absolute pleasure to teach, and I truly love the work that I do. If you are interested in finding out a little bit more, or you know a family that would like to start Family Fun Phonics, I'm international, so it can be anywhere around the world. I just try and fit it all in. I have a very, very busy week. But if you are interested and want to find out anything more, head over to my Instagram page. I'll pop a link somewhere on the screen. Just gives you a little bit more of an idea about what I do and a little bit more understanding really of phonics and how to read. If you're a parent, a grandparent, an auntie, an uncle, if you have somebody who is around the age of 3 to around the age of 7, then the Instagram page is a great page to go to understand more about what phonics is and how you can help your loved ones, because I share lots of ideas and strategies and tips and just little things that I have learned along the way. So I haven't seen you all since Thursday. That was the last day that I vlogged, and that was released on Saturday. And that video is very much based around before the storm, because we knew that the storm was coming, and it was a very cozy vlog where I continued to work on the shoe cupboard. And there's been a few developments since then, because Daniel has been back. He's made a few adjustments to the shelves just to help with putting them in and out. And the reason we need them to go in and out is because the water tank is in there. I was trying to think about what it was called. The water tank is in there, and just in case any workers need to get to the pipes or for any reason, we wanted the shelves to be removable. So we've managed to do that, but it is a little bit fiddly because obviously taking shelves in and out of a small space is not going to be easy, especially if the depth isn't very deep. First job I'm going to do today is wax the shelving. I'll show you the wax. So this is the one that I use, the natural wax, Brie wax, cleans, stains and polishes in medium brown. Still trying to have my cup of coffee. I really love the colour of this wax. It's a very earthy, very warming colour. We use this colour on the chunky shelves in the pantry. I feel like it gives it a very homely look. We also have this in the bathroom, so we try and keep the same colour throughout the apartment. In the bathroom, it's really created almost sort of spa effect. We have our bath on a plinth, so we've got little lighting at the bottom, and the wooden edge has been waxed in this colour, and it just makes it feel very spa-like in there, I would say. We matched it up again with the shelving in the bathroom. We also use this wax on the kitchen sides, on the coffee bar, as well as the living room furniture. Wow, the sunshine. What strange weather. I just can't understand it. It's lovely out there at the moment, so beautiful. I've just moved you actually. We're south-facing, so the sun is coming up from over here, up and over. You may see little glimmers of the sun come through, and I thought it may make you happy like it makes me. I'm very excited about getting the shoe cupboard finished. It's been a project that's been ongoing now for a few weeks, but it's definitely been in our minds for a very, very long time, but we've just not got round to getting it done. I feel like that little corner of space was just never complete. I was really pleased when I found the little IKEA shoe rack because it fitted in there so well. You can take off pieces, you can add, you can have it however high you want, but the shelving was very, very narrow. So now that we've got deeper shelving, hopefully we'll be able to store our shoes in a more aesthetically pleasing way. It'll be so nice to have that space completed, but I'm not going to get it completed just standing around talking, so let's go and get this job started. I was just moving through into the hallway and you can see out of the bedroom window how beautiful that sunshine is but there's still lots of raindrops hanging around on the windows. So this is what it looks like at the moment. If I bring this in closer, you'll be able to see what Daniel has done at the back. And this will just help, hopefully, with getting the shelves in and out. Although I have been told it's a tricky job, but it can be done. Originally, we had the wood going around the pipes in almost a semicircle, and that made it very, very difficult to remove the shelving. So Daniel then suggested that we made this wider here and cut round here rather than going underneath, just to help us be able to lift the shelving in and out. I know that this shot is not very aesthetically pleasing, but this is life. We all have pipes, we all have strange boxes at home that we have no idea what they are. Don't know what that is, but I know that it is important. I'm hoping though to transform this even further to make it look far more beautiful than it currently is, but we are really, really happy with the shelving. So we've got the 3 shelves there, 1, 2, 3. You may have seen that I picked up some baskets on Thursday when we were out and about. Hopefully they will fit and look beautiful in here. Haven't tried them in here just yet, really hoping that they fit. Let's see how easy these shelves are to take in and out. GB is thankfully working at home today. He said that he will help me if I need it, but fingers crossed I can get them and wiggle them out on my own. First one apparently is quite easy. Oh, very easy. Is it very easy? Yes, first one is out. How is the second one? This is where, so they do come in and out. I'm not sure how to get that out. It's like a problem-solving puzzle, isn't it? They definitely do come in and out because we've done it, but don't know how to do that. Shall we see how busy GB is? I have a problem.
What?
I can't get the shelves out. I've got one out. Here he comes. Well done. One. This is the hardest one apparently.
That end first, is it? Okay. Pushing that side.
This is harder, this one. How did you do this?
You need to keep it flat like that. Because you know what you're doing is that. So, that. Alright, step aside.
Okay, step aside.
Don't see the back.
Yeah. You are amazing.
I'm in the amazing business.
You are in the amazing business. Right, 1, 2 and 3. Thank you. Do you want a cup of tea or a coffee for that? I'll get you a tea. You deserve that tea. I'm going to start with the top shelf. I've got a lint-free cloth. Mine's just an old tea towel. I find that these work really well when I am doing wax work. So I'll pop that there. Let's get it open and let's get started. I'm actually really looking forward to doing this. It's making me think that over the next few weeks, I may, in sections, just look at the woodwork around the home, give it a very light sand and just to freshen up ready for the spring. I think that will be a really good job done. I say that now. Let's get these 3 shelves done and then see how I feel. Going to roll my sleeves up for this. The sun is coming through again, but it's still very, very dark over there. It's very windy out. I don't know if I'll be getting out for a walk today or not. Let's see where the day takes us at the moment. I love being indoors. So I'm just going to start first of all with the tiniest amount. It's soaking it up. I think this will need quite a few coats. Let's bring you nice and close so that you can see. Going round in circles and then up and down. I love that the wax shows up all the different grains in the wood. I love that rustic look. You can really see the stormy skies out of the window there. I've completed one first coat. Just want to show you the difference between the first one that I've done to one that has not got any of the wax on. This first one has not got any coats on yet. And here is one with the first coat on. So there's a slight difference so far in colour. So this side has not been done and this side has got one coat on. You can be on weather watch because it is really, really dark out of that window. We are definitely in a very, very stormy, windy, wet day. But interestingly enough, where I am standing looking this way, there is a beautiful beam of light. It's a very moody weather day today. Even as I'm standing here, the beam of sunshine just keeps going in and out of those clouds. For now, I need to think about lunch, and it's one of those things that I think about from the moment that I get up. Today I'm going to do very simple poached eggs on toast with some salmon. I am somebody who has tried to make poached eggs just by water and the pan and plopping them in, and I just can't do it. I just can't. So I have an egg poacher, one of the best things that I have ever bought. Wow, there's currently hailstones. Oh my goodness me. Wow, bouncing off the road. You need to see this. Oh my goodness, it's white. Wow. It's like a snow hail storm. ready, love? We've got poached eggs on the toast with salmon.
Ooh, what have you done wrong?
I haven't done anything wrong. Just made some lunch.
Oh, it looks like you've been up to no good.
Oh, do you want a little bit more milk in there?
Oh, I'd like some milk in it, yeah. What did you want to talk about?
The weather?
Quantum mechanics?
No, I'd like to talk about the weather. How strange has the weather been this morning? Everywhere was white this morning.
Yeah.
It's been really strange because I stood there looking out of that way.
Yeah.
I stood there.
Yeah.
I stood there.
Oh.
I stood there looking out. Sunshine. Looked out there. Completely different story.
You tell the best stories.
I know. Honestly, this is the most stormiest day.
From lovely France. I've been to France.
Do you want to jump up and just press stop recording?
No, people might want to know this.
All right, what do I want to know?
I've been to France.
Mm.
A place called Nyon. Very nice. It was just before they built the big bridge. That literally goes from like one mountain to another.
Wow.
It was wild. Definitely.
Do you still have to climb up the mountain, or can the bridge get you to the mountain, I wonder?
Well, it's more of a motorway really than anything else.
Oh, I see. I've been once to France. I've been to France once.
Where?
Bordeaux. I went for a day trip for school.
Oh, all right.
I would like to go again, because we can go on the Eurostar, can't we?
Yeah.
Because we went to Brussels.
Yeah.
Didn't we go past France on the way? Didn't they stop? They did stop, didn't they, on the Eurostar? And we stayed on. Wow, the sunshine. This weather. I've got to stop my lunch because I've just got to go and have a look at this. It's absolutely outstanding.
Finds a way to get us back to the start again. To get us back to the start again. To get us back to the start. Life finds a way to bring us back where it all began. To bring us back where it all began. To bring us back where it all began. Life is beautiful, feel alive again. To rest and feel alive again. To rest and feel alive. Forget all the noise. We can just let it fade away. We can just let it fade away. We can just let it fade away. Life is beautiful.
It's a little bit later on in the afternoon now. It's 2:10. I can't explain the weather. The weather is so unusual that friends are messaging to say, what is going on with the weather today? It is most bizarre, honestly. We had a lovely lunch, just a nice chat and a catch up. As you know, I always feel like when GB is working from home, we always stop for lunch, even if it is 20 minutes, just spending that little bit of time together, because days can go by where we don't speak to one another. He works so incredibly hard and he's just tapping away or in meetings or on the phone, and he's pretty much locked away in the office all day. So over lunch, it's really nice just to spend a little bit of time together. After lunch, I just left everything and I said to GB, I'm going to get outside because there was some sunshine. Well, it kept going in and out, in and out. And I said, if I don't go now, I may not get another chance this afternoon. And he said, just go. So I put my raincoat on, I grabbed my umbrella, I put my Wellington boots on, and off I went for the most bizarre walk. It was pouring of rain, then blue skies, and as I said earlier, sunshine, and then complete darkness. I didn't see any rainbows though, which was a bit unfortunate because I've always wanted to know what's at the end of a rainbow. Has anyone ever discovered that? I would love to know. Is it true? Is there a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow? Who knows? But it's lovely to imagine these things, isn't it? I was probably out and about on my walk for around 45 minutes, I would say. And I saw the birds start coming out and then escaping again as soon as the rain came. I saw runners. It was around lunchtime, so I think people like me were trying to just soak in those few moments between rain showers, but everybody was very much huddled down, umbrellas, woolly hats on, hoods up, gloves on. It really was so bitter. I think because we had that unusual weather around lunchtime when everywhere went white. Was it snow? Was it hail? I have not seen weather like that for such a long time. I think it was hail, but everywhere was white. The cars were struggling to get down the road, I think, for visibility. It was very, very noisy. I just couldn't believe how quickly it happened because, as you know, there was only sunshine a few minutes before that. So to get back in again, oh, it just felt so lovely and warm in again. I've managed to get another coat on this shelving. I think it may need a couple more coats. I've done the washing up. I'm yet to put the washing up away. What else have I done in that time? Oh, I know. I have managed to get all of the shoes out. I've laid them out down on the carpet area in our main room, just so that I can start thinking about how to store them in the baskets. So let's crack on with the drying up, and then we need to move back over to the shoe cupboard and hopefully get that finished today. The plan for now is to get a fourth coat onto the wooden shelving. Let me show you what it looks like so you can see how it was before to how it is now. So this was the wood before and this is the wood now. Ideally, I would like a few more layers on this shelving to give it a really deep, warm wood colour. I think that that would suit our home so much better than what they currently look like. So I think I need to keep going with that. If you watched the Saturday vlog, you'll know that I've picked up some baskets when I was over in Home Bargains. So we have got 4 square baskets at £5.99 and 2 rectangular ones at £3.99. There's a little bit of a story to these baskets though. Over the weekend, I started to think that I needed to do an exchange to get the right amount. So I wanted to take back a rectangular one and pick up a square one, knowing that it would fit better in the shoe cupboard. Anyway, I have not seen these baskets in any of the local Home Bargains, only in the one over at Milton Keynes, which is a 50-minute drive away. So I sent Mrs. P a message. You'll know of Mrs. P, my very dear friend, because I know that she goes into Home Bargains over the weekend or in the week. And I just messaged her to say, don't happen to know whether the big Home Bargains, which is around about a 25-minute drive away, you don't happen to know whether they have any of the baskets, do you, that I've picked up for the shoe cupboard? And she messaged me back to say, sorry, look at this sunshine. It's glorious. She replied straight back to say, you will not believe this, but I have just got home from the Home Bargains just down the road from you, which is probably about a 6-minute drive, not even that. And she said, they have your baskets in. I've never ever seen them in there before. And she said the same. It was like a miracle. It was a basket miracle. So she said, if you want them, they don't have many left. I would get down there, but get down there before the rain comes, because the rain was coming at 1 p.m. on Sunday. And she said, you don't want to be out when that rain comes. So if you're going to go, go. But what was funny was I had not even listened to the rest of her message. I had just heard that they had them down at the local store. I was already putting on my shoes. I was down to the car and to the shop. It was only when I got there that she'd said, get down there before the rain. So I went in, did the exchange. It was all easy peasy, walked out with a huge smile on my face, just knowing that I didn't have to do the long drive again and that I would be ready for sorting the shoes out today. It's sunny one moment and then not the next. The lighting in here is sometimes very bright and you'll see a huge shadow on that wall. And then other times it's darkness. At the moment, we're in darkness again. So we'll just have to go with the flow of this very, very stormy day. I am about to start sorting these baskets out and I've just decided that I just need to start. On my last vlog, I asked you all about how you store your shoes. I absolutely loved your comments. There was one by a lovely subscriber who watches every single vlog, and she said that she has a vintage chest, and she has that vintage chest because her other half is not a tidy man, so at least she knows that they're going to go into the chest. It really did make me laugh. There are lots of you who are very organised and have a lot of shoes but look after them beautifully in clear boxes or on shelving. It was wonderful hearing about how other people store shoes, because it's one of those things that we don't go around talking about to our friends, is it? I think for us, baskets will work quite well because I'm just going to group my shoes into going out and summer. So I've got a smaller box here. I'm just going to pop my summer shoes in there. So I've got things like my sandals that I won't need yet. My jellies there, won't need those for a while. My canvas shoes, well, we won't be needing those yet because it's far too wet. This will work really well for me because when the seasons change, I can move things around, but also I'm quite happy just to find what's in there. I also think I will do the same with GB's sort of summery shoes, things that he doesn't wear very often. So I've got him a basket, and he's got some flip-flops, although not many. My other half loves shoes that are quite old. And by quite old, I mean that he could quite easily get new pairs, but there's something about wearing a pair of flip-flops that is older than his 24-year-old son that brings him such joy. We've even been known to glue shoes together because he loves them so much. And don't even get me started on slippers. GB and slippers. First of all, he loves a pair of slippers, which is great because we all do. I love a pair of slippers. I have spent money on branded pairs, beautiful pairs. And do you know the ones he loves the most? Forget the ones that are branded. Forget the ones that look beautiful. The ones from the airline, when he is travelling with work and he gets given a pair of slippers that are so flimsy, they are the pair that he loves. So I've decided not to invest in good quality slippers anymore because GB just loves slippers that you get in hotels, slippers that you get on airlines. You know the sort that I mean. This is exactly what I mean. I bought him these All-Stars. Gosh, we must have just got together. Maybe the first Christmas. So I would say these are around 14 years old. He has worn and worn and worn them. They are threadbare, but he can't get rid of them. They mean too much to him. So I'll put those with his summer shoes because there is no way, I won't show you because I'm sure you don't want to see a pair of men's shoes with holes in them, but just believe me when I say these are not going to be good for a rainy day like today. That's 2 boxes done. I think I'll use my square basket for my fancy going out shoes. These satin flats have been worn so much. I absolutely love them with a skirt, a jumper tucked in. I wore them with a tulle skirt over Christmas to go and watch the ballet. They're just beautiful and they bring me so much joy. I could put little bands around them. That is what I'm going to do. If I'm being organised, why not be organised? If you've been watching the channel for some time, you will know that I love some organisation. I am just going to pop a hairband around each pair of shoes just to help them stay organised within the basket. I'm somebody who always has hairbands lying around, but it just means that they are together, they're not going anywhere, and it'll be really easy for me to find them. I'm sure like many of us, on those days when you're going out or you're going to a wedding, a christening, an event, even sometimes when we're going out to dinner, I am running around last minute, doing a last little bit of makeup or just titivating with my hair. And I will say to GB, can you go and find me my nude shoes? And I could just picture it now, him pulling the basket out and then not knowing where to find them. So if they've got a band round like this, it just means that they're together, and I'm sure it will make my life a lot easier. I thought I would take a look at one of the plants that really does need some loving care. I have a very special ivy ring here, and this plant has meant so much to GB and I really don't know what's happened to it. This plant was given by my mum to GB's mum. We no longer have our mums with us, but we inherited this plant quite recently, but it does need some love and attention. The ivy itself has gone very, very crispy. My mum used to keep ivy so well indoors. Some people say that ivy is quite difficult to keep inside, and I have always found it a struggle. We've had an idea, we've tried watering this, we have tried cutting it back. Nothing has happened where we have seen any new growth, although I know that ivy can be quite strong. GB and I have decided that I will repot the ivy with a new one. However, we're going to repurpose the soil, and I am going to take off the ivy leaves and scrunch them up and place them in the soil. That will mean that this very special plant still lives on because it is in the soil. So I'm going to get on with that job now. If you've got any tips for looking after ivy inside, then I would absolutely love to hear about them. My mum always loved the variegated ivy, so the ivy that's green with the cream edging. So I found one of these when I went to IKEA. I think it was £4. So this is what I plan to use. You can hear how crispy this is. So the plan is to use this ivy around the wire, remove the crispy leaves, but include them in the soil. So let's get this little job done. So as I said, this is a very, very important plant to GB and I. My mum gave the plant to GB's mum. It's got the soil that was on the original ivy. The ivy leaves are in the soil, and I have just helped this to live on. We love that we've got the same wire, and I am just really, really hoping that I can keep this ivy alive. It looks so much better, and I'm very, very happy with it. I cannot wait for GB to see this once he's finished work. Unfortunately, I've not got the shoe cupboard finished. The shelving really does need a good few more coats, and as you know, those shelves are not easy to get in and out of, and I think whilst they're out, it will just make sense for me just to pop a coat on here and there, and then finally pop the baskets back in. I have made one decision, and that is, you would have seen me put the scarves all in one basket. I've actually removed those and put in a few more shoes, and I think it would look nice for the scarves to sit on one of the shelves, but I will be sure to share with you exactly what the shoe cupboard looks like on your next vlog. So that will be on Saturday. Thank you so much for spending this very strange, stormy weather day with me today. It always feels like I'm spending time with very, very dear friends, and I absolutely love hearing from you. I love hearing your news, what you are up to. I love hearing if you've got any home projects on the go, even what the weather is like and what you are having for dinner tonight. So do let me know all of those things and more. Your next instalment of Winter Diaries is on Saturday at 4 p.m, where I will reveal the shoe cupboard, and we are going to spend a little bit of time out and about. I'll let you know more about that on Saturday, but we will be out and about, and of course there will be lots of cozy moments at home. As always, thanks for watching. Take care, do keep in touch. I love hearing from you. I will see you all at the weekend. Bye for now.